Look who got their hands on a 2025 Kia Forte. So here we'll give it a little bit of a walk around just so you can take it all in. The back end, passenger side, driver's side. Very clean lines. Not a fan of a few parts, but we'll get into that. And we'll finish off here where everybody else sees you, the front end. They say looks are subjective. Come to your own conclusion on this lighting system. And just like the front end, the back end has some very unique styling cues. What are your thoughts on this? I do like the styling for the fastback feature. It gives it that real sporty look. But it's kind of deceptive. You would think it was a whole liftback, right? You would be wrong. This is all the room you get to work with. It's not very deep. So it comes up to about here for my fingers, but it is long, and the back seats do fold down, which is a bonus. But yeah, very, very deceptive. It would be nicer if this was a whole lift back. Like the Stinger. That was discontinued. Rest in peace, Stinger. Two things to be aware of when it comes to the back door. Number one, this handle. I'm not a fan of it at all. Put it here where it belongs. However, this opens really wide to quite the point right here. So I mean, compared to the front door, it's a little shorter, but still. I can see a lot of dings being presented on other cars because of this in the future. Oh, so you can bonk your head getting in if you're not paying attention. This is really low. Really low. The seats feel... No recliner. So you're kind of sitting back. It's tight. So if you're leaning back, it's tight. USB-C charging here, air vents, little cubby, map pocket. No center armrest to come down for your cup holders. Cup holders in the doors, but they're angled. No. Small children, yes. Anybody over 5'10", you're going to start having problems. No. Also, while I'm back here, another interesting thing. Look how big that gas tank door is. Huh? Like, huge. And I had to fill this thing up from about 1/4 of a tank, which cost me a grand total of $61.99. So it's on par with the Forte for gas. I would assume it'll also be on par for mileage as the Forte on gas. This model comes equipped with Kumho Solus in 22545 R17. I do kind of like these rims. Not a fan of the plastic cladding. No. Under the hood we have a 2-liter SmartStream G double overhead cam 16 valve that puts out 147 horsepower, 132 pound-feet of torque, mated to a CVT. So it's an improved version of what the Forte had. Getting in and out of the car, no big deal. Plenty of egress room. Not a fan of the steering wheel. Like, it's not even a wheel, it's flat bottom. It's more like a yoke with the center part here. Buttons are confusing. Got your lights and signal controls on this side, standard. Wiper controls, standard on this side. But they put the heated steering wheel and the seat in the door. What was wrong with it being in the center console? Power window controls, manual seats on this particular model. I don't know if they get power. I'll have to look into that. Tilt telescoping wheel. Not bad range. Then of course there's this digital display. Let's have a look at that. Traditional shifter, which is nice to see. Everything is push button. Fan control, front and rear defrost, where the air comes out, all the way up to your temperature controls. I could really see the paint on this wearing off over a number of years, and it's not very intuitive. Like, you actually have to pay attention to what you're doing as opposed to the rotary dial controls on the Forte. The display is, what, about 3 feet long by about 3/4 of a foot high. Like, that's big, but not very, not a fan. And you got these lateral heat vents. You got the 2 in the center here, 1 in the corner here, and 1 off in the corner there. I kind of missed the directional circular ones. Huge glove box with lots of stuff in it. The seat padding is very nice. It's not a fabric I'm familiar with. Wait a minute. This feels buttery. Oh. Nevertheless, chargeless for your phone, USB-C, fairly decent cubby hole here, cheap sun visors, no place for your sunglasses, not good. And the other thing I don't like is this mirror. It takes up almost half the vision for where I'm sitting, so I almost have to lean down to see what's around the corner. This side of the windshield is clear, but it's right here. Bit of a blind spot, so I've got about 75–80% of a windshield to work with while driving. So now, the most important part. How does it drive? Yeah, not a fan of this at all. Down into D and off we go. Despite the odd shape of the steering wheel, it does feel okay. Like, it doesn't feel completely foreign. It's all right. I'm used to a round 3-spoke design. A semi-oblong 2-spoke. Brakes are good, but of course this is a brand new car. After you drive it a while, brakes get worn in, become slightly less effective over time. Steering, it's electronic assist, so it feels just like my Forte. The car feels wider. Now, I don't know if because I'm sitting lower, or just because of the way the windshield is shaped, or the fact that everything's a straight line in here. These tires don't feel very confident. They are premium all season, according to the way they're stamped. It definitely feels like a bigger car than it is, but it doesn't feel floaty like it. The McPherson strut, suspension, it feels all right. You know, about on par with once again with my Forte. The thing I don't like is when you shift it into manual mode, nothing happens up here. On mine, you get this little red thing saying sport mode, and the car looks all really neat with the graphics. And this one, as soon as we get through the curve, there's a little button on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, right here, or when it's straight, it's right there. It says drive mode. You have 2 choices. Normal, and now we are in sport. Now let's see if the suspension firms up. I really don't want to go too fast. The roads are wet. It's claiming to be 1 degree Celsius outside, so it does reduce the body roll a bit. Nothing spectacular. Back to normal. And these seats definitely bolster on the side, so you're in here. But once again, car is brand new, everything's still tight and firm. Over time, things relax, get softer, broken in. question is, would I trade my 2021 Kia Forte 5 EX for this 2025 Kia K4 EX? No, I would not. It's a nice looking car, and there's people out there that would love all these tech features. It's missing some charm for me. Not much, but enough on the inside where this is not an enjoyable environment for moi. And so there you have it. The K4 from Kia for 2025. If you liked the video, by all means, consider subscribing, liking, leaving a comment in the section below. And until next time, take care.